Hey, Michael. Welcome.
Hi.
It's
Hi.
good. I should mention to everyone we're filming this the day after Australia Day, so Michael may be a little drunk or hungover. Uh,
May
oh,
of the two of us, yeah.
yeah, I mean, hey, I worked last night, so I didn't really have a chance to drink. I mean, I could have after, but I knew we had this on in the morning, so I made a conscious choice not to drink. Signs that I'm
Very
becoming an
responsible.
adult.
Very responsible.
Thank you. But how have you been? How was your Australia Day?
I didn't really do anything on Australia Day.
Same.
Just another day.
It's just another day.
Yeah.
That's very
that's a whole
unpatriotic
fucking,
of you.
that I mean, well, first of all, it's a whole fucking thing, Australia Day
Yeah.
here.
Yes, it is.
So, yeah, I didn't really do anything. What about you?
I worked. I worked, and then like an hour after coming home, I went to bed because I was really tired.
Sick. We love a good responsible adult working man.
Absolutely.
Working for the city.
But we're not here to talk about Australia Day. We're here because it's trivia flashback episode 13. We've reached the unlucky number. I don't know what that means, but we're gonna keep going anyway. So we've done movie Warzone, we've done Full Metal, we've done fandom fights. We got to stretch out. We gotta look at another league, a league that we're not unfortunately like too familiar with because we suck ass at this category, this league.
Well, I mean, speak for yourself. So.
I mean, yeah, I probably am speaking more for myself, but we are of course joined by someone that we know very well. We played bowling with her one time, and that was great. But she is, of course, the movie battles Disney Pixar champion. And most importantly, she's the number one Australian. It's official. It's obvious. It is Kelli.
Is it though?
Hey, I was the first one to get a strike, so if we're going by that, yes.
So we played two matches. You were the only one to get a strike. Michael won the first game. I won the second. I don't know if that's just we collectively are terrible at bowling, or we just had not played it.
Well, I'm not terrible.
No, Michael was like a shark.
He was absolutely. But Kelli, hey, welcome.
I'm
Good morning. Thank you.
Anyway, yeah, that's right. Right. Enough about bowling. Yeah.
Welcome to the show. How have you been? How was your Australia Day?
Yeah, very low key as well. Obviously, with everything going on worldwide, and especially in the country, and especially in our state at the moment, it was just a nice day with families, some board games, some movies. It was all good.
Absolutely, that's the best way to spend it, if you ask me. I guess we should probably bring up my favorite thing to talk about on this show. It starts with C. Context. I love it. Okay. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about the context. What? After 13 episodes now, it's like just.
That was overly dramatic, I will say.
There have been a couple of times where it's been overly dramatic. I don't know what you're talking about. But I guess we should talk. So how did you kind of like, because you had a very interesting like kind of like start in this league, because we kind of knew, the three of us like kind of knew each other through, I want to say like one of the Schmodown chats. I don't know how did it kind of a start for you, I guess?
Well, I've been chatting with Michael for a few years about Schmodown stuff, and then we got in like the big group chats and fantasy chats and things like that. So you guys are obviously playing very well and very consistently, and it came up that there was going to be a Disney match, and Michael said, if you want to have a crack, like, get into it. So I did the Full Metal random Disney animated, and that was like my first foray into movie trivia. And then we had the 2 weeks trivia night surprise Disney match, and Nazario put me up for that one. And so it was nice. I remember like the first question was Ray and the Last Dragon. I'm like, oh, I got a Disney, I'm going to do okay. And she was just like, so that was a nice confidence boost. And it was also about the time Movie Battles and Clay, who runs it all, was recruiting Disney players for like the second half of that first season. And Nazario and Boatman and Coho and a few other multiplex people had been approached. And Nazario asked me, would you be keen? And I said, yep, get me in touch and get me a match. So it's just been all gravy since then.
Well, you didn't even know that this league kind of existed. It was more like Nazario had kind of, or like Clay had kind of reached out and like, hey, I've seen how you play. Can I get you in this for this league?
Yeah. So then when I was approached, I watched a few matches and I played Coho my first match, and then they did the tournament. And so my record at the moment is 6-0, I think.
Yeah, 6-0.
Something like that. So obviously I did very well in the tournament and brought me to the championship.
So your match against Coho was a play-in into the tournament. And then who was like the next people that you played? And like, before like who you played, but like how you win your match against Coho, you make it to the tournament. Did you have some sort of mindset like, I could actually win this tournament? Like if I just put in the effort, I could actually like win this. Like, did you have any sort of like strategy going into it?
A little. I saw they posted a preview special of all the rankings and things like that. So even off my first win, hi mum. Even off my first win, I had very high accuracy, so it seeded me quite decently. So I had a little bit of confidence going into that, and it's always.
Yeah.
So yeah, but to be fair, I'd only played one match since then, so you had a little bit more tape on Nicki, so I can understand that. But yeah, I've got confidence in myself, but I'm never cocky, especially in this league, because everybody is playing because they enjoy Disney. So there's always room for an upset. And I was just nervous going in every time. Like, it's not faked. I'm not putting it on. I am shitting before every match because there is that potential for an upset.
Absolutely, yes. So I guess you win. I guess you go through the tournament. Did you start to like feel like how do I word this? As you were going through the tournament, did you start to get more confident, or like I actually like think this is really good? Like how you were kind of going into. I mean, when you went it to the finals, like that match specifically, like how did that kind of go for you?
Yeah, definitely getting a little bit more confidence going on because during this time I'm getting used to like what questions, what categories. I'm rewatching things at this time, like I'm just binging the shit out of Disney Plus. So things like that is helping. So by the time I'm making to the tournament finals, I'm like, I've got a good shot at this. And once I get there, I felt more confident going into this match because I felt a little bit, now I've got nothing left to lose. Because I've done the tournament, I'm happy with that performance, and winning 5 matches in a row, if this is where it ends, that's fine. Because I've just given it my best shot so far, if that makes sense.
Who's this?
Brian, hi. Yeah, so I faced Brian in the semifinals. So that was a very good match as well.
And the way
very humble.
Very humble with it, yeah. So in the finals of the tournament, who is it that you played?
Lauren Collins. So I was on the right-hand side of the bracket. He was on the left-hand side of the bracket, and he underdogged, like he was the underdog of every match and just ended up coming through to the end. It was really fun to see.
And then going into that match, did you think that you had a good shot? Like how confidence-wise, like did you think?
Well, I'd never done a 5-round match before. So there's always that of not knowing like how you're going to go in a speed round and the betting round. Watching championship matches play out, watching championship matches play out, it's very easy to sit at home and be like, I would have bet this and I would have done that. But when like it's on the line, it's so different. Like the feelings is like, oh wow, this could turn the tables because that betting round is sort of the one that can swing it so much.
Absolutely, yeah. And then you end up knocking him out, like after the round 4, right? In the speed round.
Round 4 KO speed round. Yeah. I think he was a little less familiar with the speed round than I was, so I think losing points in the speed round was a bit costly.
Was that your first time in the speed round?
Yeah.
Because it was a 5-round. So how was that like kind of?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I mean,
it's early. It's early.
Yeah, it's early. But I guess you had you understood like how the speedrun was going to be. He didn't. He was more just like, I'll just say whatever the answer is or what that. But How was that like in the digital kind of like in this sort of like era? Because with speedrun, it's buffering and lags and all that sort of stuff. Like, was that a worry?
A little, but like you tested a bit, and I had a decent enough lead at this point, so I was just ready to play it safe and just follow the podcast. Oh, thank you. Doing Disney podcast.
Don't click that link. That's definitely like a virus. That's the video store TeePublic website.
It sends you to the video store, the TeePublic, and it just automatically buys your shirt.
Yeah. But with speed round, especially because you're doing it one at a time. Everything else has been you're on screen with other people and answering, but to be backstage and then come in and not know how the other person's going, that was definitely a bit freaky.
Just Holtzman's comments. So then, and you get into this match. So Kelli, you're Kelli. Nicki.
Yes.
She's champion.
Yes. She's defended already as well. And
she defended.
Yes.
And you're both at this point. You're both 5-0.
Yes.
What's going on with this match? I know you. For everyone knowing, we can't really talk too much strategy because I'm sure there's going to be some people watching this trying to figure out maybe the person that Kelli will be playing. But like as far as like what you can say, like how did it kind of go? Like did you
preparing
know
for the match?
Preparing for the match? How did you know Nicki? Like what was kind of something you kind of like wanting to work on?
Well, I guess both being 5-0, there's the same amount of game tape, so you can always go back and watch those matches and see how it goes. I'm a player in trivia no matter what, where I'm going to focus on like what are my strengths. I'm not saying that's you should know your opponent, but I'm always going to lead with my best foot forward. So I was just more making sure I was ready across all the categories.
Sweet. Matthew, do you have any questions?
No, can we ban Adelaide, please?
What is it?
The chat's going off today. I love it.
Oh, thanks. Adelaide and their whole thing about me being the fourth best Australian.
Who's your character? Is it another? Really? That's even hilarious. I thought it was going to be another like guy with the initials JMB, but that Grant Gregory, that's hilarious.
No way.
I actually kind of agree with that. That's kind of funny.
I mean, that's fair. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Michael. But I think we've got through everything. I say
there was a lot of context.
The match. There was some good context there. Juicy context for a Disney Pixar league. Let's go. Before we go into it, have you watched this match?
Me? Have I watched it?
Yeah. Have you watched it? Like, when it came out, it was like, I gotta watch this again. I gotta see how well it.
Yeah. No, not for that. No. Especially watching the I'm not that self-centered. Especially watching the 5-rounders back because it's the speed round that I don't get to see at the time. So I'm most curious to see like how that shakes out.
Yeah, because in the finals, you didn't get to see how sorry, I forgot.
How Lauren did. No. So when I've come back in and they started announcing annual winner, I was legit shocked because I didn't get the math at the time. I was not in the headspace for math. So I did. I was curious very much to see how that speed round went, and same for this one.
I'm pretty sure I have a message from Kelli saying that she watched it on Christmas.
Yeah, we did watch it on Christmas as well.
But I mean, if you want to say you're not self-centered, that's fine. It's just come on, call a spade here. Like we all do it. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
I have very supportive family who went at Christmas lunch, and I'm trying to explain what the hell online movie trivia is in the first place. Up randomly.
I'm sure you didn't hint at it or anything.
Mum, come in the chat and defend my honor, please. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, let's do this.
Do we have any questions going into round
volume's all right?
Yeah, volume's good.
All right, then, competitors, are you ready?
Ready.
I'm ready.
And Vernon, are you ready?
I mean, I would be
I
okay
am
with that.
beyond ready for this match.
All right, well, then I don't know about you guys, but I feel ready for a movie battle. Action begin. right, and we are going to start in round number 1 with question number 1, appropriately enough, in the category of early.
I'm waiting to go to
classics.
Disneyland.
These are, of course,
I
the
was meant
films
to
of the
this year,
30s
but
and
not.
early
So I'll go and I'll
40s.
get my own mini ears.
And Vernon, this is actually the last time that early classics will be its own category in round number 1. So
Oh, what's this?
quite
The bringing an update? What's going on?
Yeah, so it's broken down mostly by decade. So you got
In
early
the
classics,
film,
30s and 40s.
what
But
area
doing
of
that,
the
you
forest
only got
does
5
Bambi's
questions,
mother
5 movies
warn
each
him
category.
he must
So
not
it's
rush out
this
on
season we're combining early classics, 30s and 40s with classics, which was all 50s. So you've got a 10 movie range for those
Sweet.
questions.
I was always warned not to go
And
out
these are
this part of
deep
the,
Star Wars, fuck.
the forest.
Disney. Because
No Star Wars yet.
I was gonna say this is very much like the Star Wars League in the Showdown, where it's just like
Very.
it's a selected amount of movies, and it's just detail upon detail that they'll ask, even
Very
in
much.
round 1.
All right, Kelly, we are starting.
Meadow.
Meadow is.
So from the, I'd be done. I could not even.
Not
I
that.
wouldn't know any of these. Like,
Hey,
When was the last time you watched
not
Bambi?
trying to show it.
it's. I actually don't think I've ever
But
watched Bambi.
Kelly does make.
I had like this
first
10
strike
same movies when I was a
and
kid.
1-0 going into question number 2.
In question number 2, in the realm of Renaissance, mostly 90s films, in what film will you find songs such as Out There, Topsy Turvy, and Heaven's Light?
So like from the first song, you already know it's The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yes!
Definitely the films of.
I think
Yes.
I like
Yes,
Out There a
my
lot. That's a
favorite as well.
beautiful song. I think Topsy Turvy's probably the
I was
not giveaway, but that's the one that you would be able to associate best with the movie, especially in the 90s. If you know what's come out in that decade, I think you can like.
You can I mean, that's literally what I just did. I was like, okay, so I know it's not Beauty and the Beast. It doesn't sound like it. It doesn't sound like Tarzan or Hercules.
For Nicki.
And we have Nikki asking for a repeat, so that's going to be in the films of the 90s, the Renaissance. In what film will you find songs such as Out There?
I don't really. I don't know.
In Heaven's
But I
Light?
should try Bambi if I do want to cry. So, I mean, at this point, you're already one question. I
Very
mean,
interesting.
you don't want to
Already
assume
down
that
one
you
and
already
going
won,
to
but
repeat
like
this
one
early.
question already, and you're already 1 point up.
It's like one question done. Give me the belt.
Did you feel any better, or like did anything change like after
What we
having a
did
1 point lead, like
in five,
after the first question? Because it can be tough, like missing the first question, and that kind of like
two,
sets the rest of the match. But like,
one.
how did you kind of feel?
And Nikki, you're
No,
It
no.
can. I'm very much. I need to take it one question at a time, especially for my nerves.
okay.
So I'm trying not to
That
think
is
about how it's
incorrect.
going so far. And also being a 5-round match,
Kelly?
there's so much room to
That
come
is
back.
correct.
Especially in that 5th round.
Very
Like
good.
it doesn't matter how far ahead you are sometimes. Like if she gets the 5 and I don't, that could be the match. It doesn't matter how well you've done in the first round.
Quite a bit of game
Yeah,
left.
absolutely.
You're going into question number 3 in the category of dark times. These are the films of the 2000s.
Ouch! I like the 2000s Disney movies.
But I get why it's called the Dark Times because it's not the highest rated period.
I would always think that like the 80s, right? Isn't that technically like the Black Cauldron? That's kind of like the
Go around
definitive.
Prompting yourself.
Yeah, so
of
that's
that
called
kind of era.
that's titled The
you know,
Wilderness
I
Years because
haven't
it's like
had
trying to find the way from after Disney passing in the late 60s and like where the studio was heading and into the Renaissance. So,
Yeah.
But you know,
Okay.
I just
but anything that's got Home in the Range in it, I sort of we're back saying the Dark Times.
Hmm,
3,
that's fair.
2, and 1. Right, Kelly, we are.
We definitely should do.
Patrick Warburton.
Definitely should do that.
Warburton
Absolutely.
is correct, and Nikki.
I mean,
Patrick Warburton.
I was gonna say this also comes. This also this tournament also kind of happens.
Coincides with the opening
the
night
Onto
tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
absolutely.
So that also must have been crazy, like
And
doing
hopefully
not
continuing
just
on in
Disney
question
and
4, which is
Pixar, but
gonna be
also doing
Pixar.
like just regular movies.
And onward.
Oh, absolutely.
What are the
I'm
names
lucky
of
that
the
you get
two
to do
brothers
deep
set
cuts.
off
So,
on a
of
quest?
course, if you watch any of my
Yeah,
Honorable
thanks to
matches, there's a good chance there's a Disney quest.
And first names are-
Grease too, though. That was a surprise.
Not if you knew me growing up and saw my VHS collection.
Is it just like 10 copies of Grease 2? Is that what I'm expecting?
Probably. And Labyrinth. There's going to be Labyrinth in there
Believe
somewhere.
Infinite
Oh, yeah.
is my final.
Oh wow. 3, 2, and 1.
And we will go with Nicki.
I need the flex right now. It's Lightfoot is their last name, but the first names are Barley and Ian.
All right.
Ian
And
Barley.
Kelly. Yep, both correct there. Very good job.
Something great.
Very nice. Going into question number 5.
Oh, we haven't, but we should definitely consider an alto match in the future.
I mean, there's definitely a lot to it.
There's some good
of
ones for sure.
Decline and Wilderness. These are the films of the 60s through the 80s. And your question.
Just a classic
What
of the musical
year
genre.
saw the release
Reproduction. So good you had to watch it twice, Michael.
One Dalmatians.
You know, you wonder if the
Sure.
next film in the Cruella franchise is going to be called 101 Dalmatians. So this might be a multiple answer here coming up in future.
I gotta say, the way they did some stuff in Cruella, I think makes no sense for the way 101
That's a good match, yeah, for
Dalmatians
sure.
plays out. But
We
you
could do
know,
that one. We could have Baldwin for that one.
Think of it as an alternate universe.
it has to be 2 and 1. All right, and Kelly,
1961.
61 is correct. And
So I gotta ask, with release dates, did you just like get a list of every Disney movie and just like memorize like release
You
dates? Like,
you
how did
can
that
do
happen?
that. You
Rolling
can do
on
that.
to
I've
question
just
six.
always
What
been
did you
someone
do?
who's
Pretty strong game so
well.
far.
I've just been someone that likes to move release
And
dates
package film.
as.
to the
You
40.
play trivia. You just there's those
Yeah.
things that you
And
climber
fun
to.
and
I also
fancy-free.
had
What is the name of the young
trivia
escaped
computer game
circus bear
as a kid.
looking for
Ah,
more?
okay.
So and
You know, I
every
fear asking
other
these
time they would have the
questions,
year as one of the categories you could pick,
Yes.
and I wouldn't know as a kid what it was, so you just pick in a
It's just
year.
so
And so I think I've just got that. Like I'll know 1951.
Exactly.
Yeah, is Alice in Wonderland always because like that's just ingrained. So then it's just picking up the ones that maybe you've missed, like Fox and the Hound. That's one I've had to learn.
And
But
we
if you've
will
only
go
got
with
a
Nicki
smaller
first.
amount to learn, it's not too bad.
Fun go.
Bonzo
I was gonna say,
is
'cause with-
correct, and Kelly.
How do you know? Like, is there like a
Very nice.
definitive list of like all
Yes.
the Disney and Pixar films? Do you know how
The list-
All
many?
right. Yep, 2
Well, it's all 60, and then all 24 of the Pixar, and then Mixed Bag is about 4 films, and then we've added some new categories this year.
Okay, wow. So,
The films
yeah, I feel like that's pretty.
50s.
It's
Your question.
possible to like just
In Peter
be able
Pan,
to study like all of them
when
through like
Wendy
just
meets the
like
mermaid,
years and
what do they
directors and
admit
like actors
that
and
they
all
were
that sort of stuff.
trying to do to
Mm.
It's interesting, like how how it worked for you in the sense of like, oh, well, when I was a kid, I played this game, and then I was just able to remember like, just,
And
what?
then I like I can relate anything to real life. So if like I worked in the
Right.
movie theater in that series of time, I'm going to know whatever came out like 2007, 2008 because that's just
Absolutely,
burned
yeah.
in. Also, for
Yeah,
the
sometimes it's easier to
podcast,
mix it all together.
Aladdin and I did our 2017 New Year's resolution to watch every Disney film in release order. So doing that Excel spreadsheet, sourcing
Now
all the
you turn it
films on
around?
DVD, and learning what the release order and things is, that's also helped give that bit of
Not that.
Not that. All right. So that brings Kelly currently to a 3-point lead, 7-4. Also brings Kelly within 1 of a perfect round. We will just have to see if she's able to pull that off with question number 8.
Question number 8 is going to
It's
be.
I like release dates. I'm not good at release dates, but I enjoy the premise of
And
release
Rhea
dates,
in
if
the
that
last
makes
the
sense.
idea, the concept.
What
Yes.
of the young shrimp boat captain who
Was that
befriends
Bongo?
Rhea?
Bongo's awful.
This film was.
I saw this movie last year, and I
Carnival
can't even
Cruise
tell you
Fest
what.
a couple months
Yeah, what did you guys think of Raya and the Last Dragon?
First time I'd seen
I
it.
liked it.
Do you know this answer?
I don't- Mike, did you see it?
The question sheet?
I don't.
Yeah, I
because
saw it.
caught the tail end of the
I don't
movie,
really
and was
remember.
about 10 strawberry daiquiris in.
I was
Oh, well, there
fine,
you
I
go.
guess.
Sounds like a great way to.
I didn't really have any strong feelings on it
Win.
either way. Sort of pretty generic, I thought.
3,
I liked it. I don't know if I consider myself
One.
an
And
Aquafina
let's go with
fan,
the
but I
champ
do like
first.
her in Raya.
I'll be honest, I
think
got
she's funny.
nothing.
Oh no! And Kelly,
Boone?
Boone is correct.
Even
You-
spelled it
wow.
right. Look
I was
at
gonna say
that.
spell
Wow.
it what right there.
So that means
Because that's definitely a name
Kelly
where it's just
has
like,
a
is it two
perfect
O's?
round, and
Yeah,
we
because
will
you got to
see
not get confused with like
the
Lost and things like that. The characters from that.
Kelly, this question is only to you. You do not have to
So,
write it down. You
How many
simply
perfect rounds have you had, like, before this? Like, is this can't be your first time, right?
in the night
Third
before
time.
Christmas.
Okay.
I think I went perfect in my
Jack
match against
Skellington
Nazaro, I
posed
think,
what
and then definitely in the tournament
would
final because
Halloween
up to this point I hadn't missed a question in a very long time.
Pumpkin
I,
There it is.
Jack, the Pumpkin King. Yes.
It had also just been Halloween,
Correct.
so that was
Ah.
handy.
that, Kelly currently has quite the lead.
I assume that was your
9
Halloween movie to watch.
Going
Of
into
course, yeah.
round 2.
But I grew up like emo in the mid
Five
2000s, so
round
Nightmare Before
match.
Christmas is like a part of me. I feel like I
Far
But,
from over,
yes.
but
a lot of
yeah,
Jack
a big shock
Skellington
to see this
apparel.
kind of episode so far. Let's see if the champ can come back here.
You never know. I mean, honestly, if anybody remembers,
Why not
in,
both?
I believe in, first match with Hannah.
I tend to watch it
had a little
around more Halloween time than Christmas time because you've got I've got my set Christmas
So,
movies I like to
do
enjoy.
not put it past her.
It feels also
Going
tonally
into
that that movie
round
is more
2,
Halloween than
also
Christmas.
known as the
Even though
wheel.
that's
Well, those are the segments of it I
elements
enjoy more as well when they're in the
this
Halloween
round,
town and
each
doing the
competitor
spookier
will
stuff.
Spin
Yeah,
the wheel
absolutely.
up to 2 times. If you do
So
not like
with
the
round
first
2, you get to
spin,
pick. You like with
again,
Eddie
unless, of
Lee,
course,
you get to
land
pick
on
strengths,
opponent's
correct?
choice,
Yes.
in which case,
So what did
stuff.
you choose going into
Each
with this
competitor will get
match?
4 questions.
What wheel is this?
They're
Yeah,
given
I'm waiting for
category
this.
questions in this round are worth
To go
2
forward.
points. Multiple choice is
With
an option.
with
However,
Disney
if you
Pixar,
use it, the value of the question will drop.
I don't put much stock in strengths
Competitors will
because
have
you should
15
be able to pick up anything, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So it's less
Opponents
varied than
can
in a normal
steal
league where you
if
do
competitor
need to be
gives
much more
an
strategic
incorrect
and put
response.
on those things that you
And
like.
challenges
And in other
So-
leagues, you can pick like specific categories. Like I can pick, like
You can
I'm
be
picking
so
Michael
niche.
Haneke, or I can just Madonna movies, But
Yeah.
with Disney
Well,
and Pixar,
then,
you can only pick
Kelly,
a
you
selected
currently
amount
have
of,
the
a
lead,
finite amount of
so you
categories. So it's
have
like,
the
Yeah.
option. Would
Yeah,
you
how do you
like
kind of
to spin
choose?
first,
But
or would you like to
yeah, I'm very
defer
curious.
to the champion?
I would defer, please.
All right. So, Nicki,
It was much more. I was much more the My Chemical Romance Hawthorne Heights era of
Yes.
emo. And growing up in Australia in the heat, there's only so much like skinny jeans you can wear.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Not wrong there. Especially during this time. Oh my god. Gets so
something
hot.
strong, probably Pixar or something of the like. Ooh, and she lands on Spinner's
Lucky.
choice.
So wait, do you
As
remember what
noticed,
categories?
Nicki
Like looking
put
at it?
Spinners and opponents on this wheel.
Possibly
Quite a streak.
Princesses, I think's on there,
So
Yes.
Nicki,
and
what
You got
would you
classics.
Wilderness,
Those can be mine.
directors.
I would like to go with Oscars,
Princesses.
please.
I've changed a lot of times depending on how I'm feeling and what I've been watching.
So you don't have like a select amount. Like these 3 are like the ones I'm going to always use, just because I know I'm going to keep using different ones, just because it's like it gives me a chance to learn more of the categories, and also just like I know pretty much all of these categories very well, so it's almost
Pretty
like,
much. Also, at this point, I don't think I've ever spun anything I've chosen to put on the wheel. So I'm just like.
that could be a strategy, where it's just like, well, I don't want this category, so I'm going to pick it as a strength.
Yes, you currently have 2 repeats. Kelly has 1.
And so Nicki's picked Oscars,
Oscars, yes.
and is that her like number 1 category?
Alright, question
I think
number
so.
1.
I think she's quite confident in
What
it, and she's very good at it.
was the
So
first Pixar film nominated for Best Animated Feature?
Oh shit! Now I need to see.
First
It's Monsters Inc.,
nominated
right?
was
Yeah.
Monsters,
Yeah.
Inc.
That is
I was
correct.
really scared there. Like, I was like, am I overthinking this?
would you have shot for the 2 points and gone multiple?
What was
I
the
probably
would have
playing.
shot for it.
Disney
I think I
animated
would've,
film
yeah.
to be nominated for the category that would become Best Sound?
Is that The Incredibles?
It's old. It's an old one, and it's Disney animated though.
Oh,
It's in
Disney.
the question.
Yeah. I was thinking Pixar because I'm an idiot, and this is why you're the champion, and I am not.
That would be Bambi.
Bambi is correct for 2
Okay. Wow.
points.
Yeah, you wouldn't think you learning like Oscars and things like that, and coming from fandom, you get like that little bit of overlap at least. Like you get to bring that skill set over, which is really nice. Probably same with release dates, you bringing those fandom skills over. Yeah, I was surprised like how many early Disneys got nominated and what for and things like that.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And that is 2 points.
It's definitely. I mean, Oscars is also a category that's like hard to just like immediately start learning.
Yes.
Because it's one of those things. I mean, I've just for like the past years and so just looked at Oscar details and just been really fascinated by it. It's one thing where it's like to study like almost 100 years of winners and nominees and that sort of stuff. I guess it's a lot easier when it's specified to a theme like Disney and Pixar and all that sort of stuff. But still, it's just like learning each of them, and the fact that there's like so much, it can be definitely a hard thing to study for. How like experienced are you in Oscars? Or if you can say like I don't know.
Yeah, again, it sort of comes back. I like anything that I've been able to live through. So, of course, like from probably 2002, 2003 onwards, it's much easier to remember, because that's when I started watching Oscars and being interested in film and things like that. So
yeah.
Kelly, can you see the wheel?
Yes.
My nickname is not great. I am not good at naming things, my podcast included. Yeah. There's no great K things as well. So like there's not a wide range.
We could brainstorm, I'm sure.
But I love Sword in the Stone. So like Kelly the
okay.
Mad and me got that alliteration, that makes me happy. That's fine.
I mean, as long as it works with one of your names, like the alliterative, like.
I think at one time
Okay,
it was going to be Kelly the Koala. Right, that was fun.
But
that was fun. Like
no,
2 hours.
That's true. We can't have that. We need someone that's gonna like scare everyone in Disney Pixar trivia.
All right, and your first question.
I mean, Kelly the Koala does have a good like ring to it. It's like the K and the
It doesn't. It's yes. The koala.
it sounds like Caramello Koala.
The koala.
It's
Imagine
pretty cheap.
saying
It's correct. Very quick with the answer there.
the koala.
Grr.
Loud.
And your second question.
Disney Pixar trivia.
the
Look out. The koala's
Kelly, the drop bear Mehan.
For Anna, Elsa, Finn, and what?
Hey, don't make fun of
me.
me. That'll hurt.
I've lost a cousin to a drop bear,
That's
so
correct.
all good.
2 points again.
One of my friends lost his brother. It was kind of actually sad.
In 2011's Winnie the Pooh, what UK actor and comedian provided the voice
CG.
of Owl?
Oh, so this is this 2010s or like
2010s onwards, so it still counts Winnie the Pooh because that's
And your
2011.
final question in round 2. In Zootopia, what is the name of the sheep assistant mayor voiced by Jenny Slate?
Actually,
John
it's
Baldwin.
And a
It was on the
perfect
tip of my
round for
tongue,
Kelly,
yeah.
so she strikes right back there to take that lead right back going into round 3.
So was that a first spin? You didn't spin away.
I don't think I spun away. I think I've just been watching a few of them, Winnie the Pooh being one of them. So that
It's also more. If you'd feel more confident with a category that's like now, in a sense.
Yeah.
Recent.
A little. Recent categories is funny because yes, you've got it in the brain, but you haven't had that chance to go back and rewatch sometimes.
Mhm.
So maybe you haven't picked up on all those details.
Yeah.
But also there was spinners and opponents on the wheel, and I just didn't feel comfortable to leave that up to chance.
I wonder what. Do you know what Nicki like would have given you if you spun opponents?
No idea.
No clue.
0 and 3.
I spun opponent's choice once against Nazara and gave him recent Pixar, but it's really hard when like everyone's good at everything. Like there's no real key weaknesses for a lot of people. So
15 seconds to answer this question. Heats and challenges are still.
this is the round going in I was most worried about for sure. Especially because I
A
don't
single question that you can miss and it could just flip.
and I don't love the math. If you've watched any of my fandom matches, I don't love trivia math. Like it freaks me out.
Mhm.
So like trying to calculate like if I bet this many and miss and she bets this and gets it, because I'm betting on that she's going to hit it, no matter what.
Which I think is probably the safest choice, the smartest choice, I should say. Because You just don't know.
What category would you like to choose for round number 3?
I think directors, please.
Directors.
Any strategy with directors? That's just one that you think you could probably get.
So,
Pretty much, yeah. And it hadn't come up as much, so if I needed to hit something, I would just was feeling that.
The amount that you would like to wager in this category. All right.
So it's think about your points and chuck them in the chat at the same time. Press enter at the same time. Send it in.
Yeah, like what the shred arm does.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, enter. Okay. All right. So
I assume you go 3 points. Was that like something that you pick directors knowing that like this is a category I know I can bet 3 points on, or was this like I mean like what we're talking about, like you just I'm just gonna bet 1 or 2, like what what was kind of like your mindset with this?
Again, I don't love the math, so knowing that I had the lead, I'm like, don't be like be cautious with your points, guard your points, just bet low no matter what.
Did you bet 2?
1.
You bet 1, okay. And then fairly easy director's question.
You bet 1? Really?
Yeah.
Down, but I will go
What?
ahead.
Boys.
And we will start with,
You had to spend a 6. You bet 1 point.
Did you wager?
Because I'm cautious. I was going to bet 1 no matter what I picked.
And your answer?
That
Bird.
I disagree, but okay, that's fine.
1. Brad Bird.
All right, so they both get it correct. Nicki, though, risks 1.
If I was Nicki in that situation, I think I would have just bet 3 points.
I mean, and then yeah, she bet 2 as well.
I bet 2.
I guess if you do consider it a weakness.
I mean, to be fair, Michael, we're not in the pressure of this match.
I was going to say the same. I think you've got to be cautious.
We're doing what Kelli had said, like before, like, oh, I would have.
It's fucking Disney. Of course you bet 3. You fucking chose it. And also, like, in directors, you know it's not going to be a plot. This is why, like, people love, like, shit like that, because you don't have
You should have Michael manage you, Kelli,
question.
in the next match. Like.
Nah.
I don't think we have managers in the league. But now I'm too scared. You're going to be like, bet 3, and I'm going to miss and like, done.
There's like 20 directors in the whole category. Like, because like 5 people have each done like 8 movies.
And it's always 2 people.
Just throw Wolfgang Reithman out there. I'm sure you'll get it correct.
All have been met with either an answer.
And then yeah, she bet fucking 2. Hell, I just
No, that's the smart play.
Smart play. How are you in a
It's a
title match?
smart play to keep it competitive.
Directors.
I will stand by that. My nerves were killing me at the time, and I wasn't prepared.
I reject that reason.
I would defer.
All right. All right. So, Nicki, you know how this works. We will not start.
They had a choice, right? Like, I mean, they gave you the choice to go either first or second, right? In the
Yes. Yeah. So defer. It's just the go.
Easier, yeah.
Score until both of you have completed the speed. All right. So, Nicki, your speed round begins now. In The Nightmare Before Christmas, Jack Skellington is in charge of what holiday?
Halloween.
Who provided the voice of Iago in Aladdin?
You just do it, Godfrey. Are we answering?
In
I mean, we can
Pinocchio,
do one. Yeah, you're correct.
Why you need happy thoughts and what
Pixie dust.
Dust.
Pixie dust.
In Soul, what
Jazz.
type of music?
Soul.
did Joe
Yeah, like-
play?
Tell me something.
Jazz.
Yes.
What
2008.
year saw the release of Wall?
Damn it, I should have said. 2008.
2008.
In Meet
Baseball.
the Robinsons, what
Baseball,
sport does
no.
Google play?
Baseball.
I like
Who
that
composed
movie.
the score for The
Michael J.
Incredibles?
Kino.
Michael Giacchino.
Who voices King
Alan
Kong
Tudyk.
in Wreck-It Ralph?
Alan Tudyk.
He has a voice in the second one,
1988.
1988.
Who directed Finding Dory?
Andrew Stanton.
Understand.
Andrew Stanton.
Who provided the voice of
Give it
Iago
Godfrey.
in
That's
Mr.
2
Max?
points for me on this one. All right, both times.
We're proud of you, Michael. That was pretty good.
11 points in the speed round. Well done.
Thank you.
All
What was I saying? The sequel. Oh yeah, isn't Alan Tudyk also a voice in Ralph?
Well, he's
Breaks
in a voice of
He's
in
in all
Disney
those
for
Disney
like
movies
for like
all the
8
time.
straight years. So
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's a different character. It's Knowsmore. He's the
Yeah,
Google
he does the
substitute.
Okay, because I definitely remember seeing his.
Alright.
Undercast.
Let's see how we go with these.
No pressure, Kelly. It's under the championship on the line.
No, I'm talking
It's
about
not like this match was
how-
recorded and it's already happened, so no matter what we say, it doesn't change anything.
Speed round begins now. In The Nightmare Before Christmas,
Halloween.
Stellington is in charge of what holiday?
Halloween.
So good. What's the next one?
Gilbert Godfrey. That's 3 points on this question. I'm so fucking good.
In Peter Pan, The Fly, you need Happy Thought, and what else?
Pixie dust.
In Soul,
Well,
what
if
type
she
of
would have bet
music does
3
Joe
points,
Jazz.
Zario, you know,
What year saw the release of Wall-E?
instead of
2008.
fucking 1 point
Meet the
in a
Robinsons,
championship
what
match.
sport does
Of which
It
is
is
supposed to
okay
be-
to be prudent in a championship match.
No, it's not. No one. When it's maybe like general trivia. No one is fucking Disney.
Who voices King
But you
Kong?
never know when you're going to get that absolutely wonky question, especially in the previous
You
match.
chose the fucking category directors. There's no
1988.
fucking
But there's
question.
still there's always that possibility for something just very out there. The previous match, the betting round question was in Ralph Breaks the Internet. What bar do Ralph and Vanellope go
Yes,
to?
but that's a plot question. This is a director's question. Like I said, there's like 30 fucking directors.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and bring Nicki back in here.
You don't have. That's the good thing about picking like directors and actors and stuff. You don't have to worry about any fucking
You got
bullshit.
set. You got set data. I do understand.
I'm upset. I'm upset.
Nicki went 9 for 10. She passed.
I gotta look
Oh
at this.
shit! Breaking news. I'm gonna-
Breaking news, guys.
Gilbert Gottfried, and I remember as soon as you put me in the weight room.
Yeah, Gilbert Godfrey. And Kelly went 10 for 10. So currently, she still has a 5-point lead. Brought that back up.
So
to 5.
you're going into round 5-point lead.
Final round.
That's pretty good.
in
Like
championship.
It is. You've got that cushion of the 2 and the 3, but I haven't been
Could've
asked. I haven't been. I haven't been asked a 5-point question yet, so that's what's playing on my mind a lot. in this
Oh wow,
match.
so like you're 5-0 and have not been asked a 5-0.
Ted Lasso. I know a certain
Random
boatman
categories.
watched Ted
Each
Lasso
competitor will
recently, so
receive
now he'd be able to make that
questions.
comparison.
Questions in this round are worth 2, 3, and 5 points.
That's interesting.
Oh,
I think the viewers are going to do an investigation into who that is. This now, if anyone had any sort of ideas or thought it might have been me, that tweet officially confirms that it's not me because I have not seen Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
So anyone who bet on me, pay up because
round.
now
This 5
I'm curious who it actually is.
All right. Kelly, you are currently in the lead, so
He would Adelaide because he'd
your
do that to throw us off.
What sounds good?
14, 10, and 8, please.
14, 10, and
Do you guys have you picked numbers and anything?
Nicki.
In Face Off, we definitely do or did.
I would do
I
it.
should say.
Yeah, I didn't face off.
9 and
I
9.
can't think of any.
We
mean,
did like in the old IMDb round where it was out of 6. It was like choose 1,
choose
2,
1 to 3,
choose 3,
and then
4.
pick 3 to 6.
And I would always do like 2 for the first, 3 for the second, which is 23 for LeBron's number, and then 6 for the last one, which is LeBron's number, like in Miami, and now Lakers. So that's how I always do it.
You chose number 2.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of any other times where numbers have to be chosen. But that's Face Off is much like this, where it's like very much inspired by the Schmoedown. So they'll try and emulate it like each round and the format and
John
everything.
tell.
Ratzenberger voices what
pretty subtle.
character in Monsters Inc.
Is that so?
Batman.
So is that Alan
The
Tudyk? Then?
Himalayas.
Is that the Alan and Alan Tudyk?
Is correct for
Yes, John and Alan's John Ratzenberg, Alan Tudyk, because obviously, like you said, being in so many of the films.
Okay.
So you're going to get the chance to send it back to her with this 3-point question. She chose number 9. Relates to
Damn
the
it.
category of
I've been caught.
movie release dates. And your question. What year in the 1970s
1977.
featured two?
You want to come over and play or something?
I mean,
Wait,
you're about
what were
to
the two
see
movies? What were the two movies? Come on.
Rescuers and Winnie the Pooh.
Okay.
The Many Adventures
Look,
of Winnie the Pooh. You lose.
I know.
Yeah,
I
no,
know.
challenge, Kelly challenges Mark's wrong.
Ties us up.
I was about to correct
Once
myself, and I
again,
was like, I don't even want to give you the satisfaction of like correcting myself.
So Kelly, you're 2 point.
I don't have
question
Apple TV Plus.
to put a little pressure back on Nicki.
Well,
Yeah, I kind of
I'm pretty sure I know Kelly
In the
does,
realm
but
of
she won't give
the
me
Dark
her
Times,
account.
which you
So
chose number 14.
It expired.
Oh, I gave Michael my
Caused him so
my
much
binge
ridicule
account
among
and
the
didn't
townsfolk.
Sky's falling.
And for 2 points to put it back on Nicki.
and then you have my Stan. You have my Stan
I
Netflix.
have just sent it Netflix, yeah. Just
Yeah.
those two.
Sending
Sharing is caring.
Nicki
Absolutely.
to me to answer
Absolutely.
our 5-point question. If
I have
Nicki
to
gets-
repeat this.
Yes, you still
Oh,
have
so this
your
is okay.
repeat,
So this is the
you'll
5.
have your challenge. Kelly,
Have-
you still have all 3 of your
Anyone who's played you, have they hit the 5-pointer before?
As a reminder, if Nicki gets this correct, she will send it back
No.
to Kelly. However,
So
if
did you?
she misses
I assume
it,
you were not thinking that going into this, like she's gonna get it, and I'm gonna have to hit the 3 and the 5.
For sure.
Yeah.
I will never count anyone out, especially in a championship match. Nicki's a fantastic player. She's defended twice for a reason. So, of course, yeah, I'm still nervous. Still nervous.
and your question.
See, if you had bet 2, you would have only had to answer.
I was back to this.
I know this, Michael. I know this.
Veteran.
I was 1 point betting off from having a TKO. I know this. But at the time, and I will back it up, it's all good.
So did you know this? Like when you heard it, were you like,
I did know this.
wow?
So, again, it had just been Halloween.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah. So wait, is there a reason why Nightmare's in Nick's bag?
Because it's Disney, but it's like one of the side studios. It's
It's
either
not
Touchstone
Walt
or one
Disney
of those ones.
Studios.
Category
Like,
of
yeah,
mixed bag.
Walt Disney Animation Studios.
In the Nightmare Before
So,
Christmas,
mixed bag is this, Frankenweenie, the DuckTales movie, and a Goofy movie, because they're those side studio movies, but we still
Yeah.
had major releases.
What is the answer, by the way?
William Hickey.
William Hickey. I love this music.
It's good. All the production and everything, everyone's got like their own little intro music, so I get mad Tea Party music and things like that. It's really good. I really enjoy being a part of it.
in The Nightmare Before Christmas, what veteran Oscar-nominated actor provided the voice of Dr. Finkelstein?
So at this point, you're just waiting to hear and your winner.
Winning Peter O'Toole.
You can still pull it, and then, like I said, it had just been Halloween, so it could be in there somewhere.
Yeah.
And new Disney Pixar Movie Battles champion, the Mad Kelli.
Were there any tears?
I'm a very emotional person. This had been like a lot of build up at this point, so yeah. I don't think there was there was welling. There was welling.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's
I'm
good.
gonna go ahead and let you guys turn off your camera, bring you back in.
And like you guys know what it's like to win a championship. Like you get that rush
Yeah,
still.
we definitely see.
Especially
how
like the
emotional
first championship where it's just like
is.
you finally
And
did it.
I want to point something
Yeah.
out.
It's
It
reaching that
took them
milestone.
one
It's
point
being able to
perfect
do it.
in
Going
almost
through like a tournament as well. So to
five-round
keep
match
going, keep that
to take
momentum up
champion.
is
Uh,
yeah.
Nicki played her heart out. Kelly just that much stronger of a competitor. Good game.
Yeah, I
by
don't
her.
think Doug
And
counts.
honestly, with
So I guess
the
that was a
exception
Nickelodeon
of,
production at the time.
You know,
Hmm.
I think she only bet one in the betting round. She got every other round. She got all of the.
Shut up, Michael. You're shocking.
She's going to see your face on like everywhere, like during the ride.
Yeah, but obviously we can only say so much. Let's though going moving
pretty much perfect. So I'm here.
Mad Madam Kelli Mehan. Take it away, Amber.
So I'm here with Mad Madam Kelli Mehan. Kelli, you just went pretty much perfect. How are you feeling?
See how she said pretty much. She
elated.
had
I
to
think
say that
much.
as
because
you said, you
technically
didn't
you
have to
didn't
go perfect in a
bet
championship match
3
to be the
points.
champ. So that's just a bit of a tone of
Accuracy wise,
Honestly, I think you should relinquish your belt based on that.
step down is shame.
You're the champion.
No real
And,
champion would not
legit,
bet.
what an amazing match. That was absolutely wonderful. Now, at the end of round
Oh my
1,
God.
you were literally sitting 5 points ahead, and Nicki was at a 5-point deficit to you. What was going on
Now,
in your
I'm
mind?
not saying I'd be upset
Just trying
if
to,
in your next match you don't
I
bet 3
know
points.
everything can change
But I'm
in
also
round 2 in the betting.
not saying I
and
wouldn't be
betting round.
upset.
So just
Actually,
what the wheels
I
go,
get
trying to just take it
if it's
question at
like
a time, and
potential
in
for a
some ways
block
around
question.
it-
I
around
get
at a
that.
time. So just go keep taking that.
But
next
if you
step
spin direct
forward.
as a
So
game
just waiting to see
and
how
you
the
bet
round
1 point,
2 went, and when she
I swear to
first
fucking
choice,
God.
I started shaking a little bit.
Watch me.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
watch me.
yeah. And legitimately,
I don't want to be like, I don't want to
yeah,
influence
yeah.
Kelly in the next match and then it like backfires
Choice to
completely.
be
I'm
perfect
like,
in Oscars. And then, I mean, then you spun CG Revolution and boom, there you were.
I think
And
Kelly
you came
said they
out. How did that feel?
don't.
I don't know if it's not allowed. It's not something that's been introduced yet. So I'm not sure on that one.
100% Adelaide wants to manage you. I can already see it. I can already see it.
Absolutely. Now, I'm a little bit curious about this. You only bet 1 point in the betting round. What made you do that?
Oh shit! What are
Just
you?
being conservative.
She noticed that as
Being
well. What are you-
conservative. Being conservative is okay.
Good question. I just don't know the answer.
You have to be fucking
If
ruthless.
I've already had it.
This is not a
I was
fucking game.
ruthless already with my accuracy. You just play. It's the fundamentals, Michael. I've got good
Right,
fundamentals. That's all I need.
I mean, you killed it in the speed round. We watched you do it. You flew through it. And then you got to round 3. Was there ever a point when you were like, I have this in the bag?
Oh, definitely not. Because that 5-pointer can always just turn the tables. So theoretically, Nicki.
I agree, which is why you want to get up, be up as ahead as.
A 5-point cushion is fine.
And am I starting to feel good?
Absolutely. And now I have to ask, now that you're the champion, what do you think about your new #1 contender, the chartmaster Hannah Kiefer?
Yeah, she's got some pretty amazing stats.
So has that match already recorded? Or was that the next
Actually,
one?
wait.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Oh my God, I spoke too soon.
I'll be honest, I
First of all, I have
had
to
never
say
really heard of the
congrats-
person she just mentioned, so I was like, this is
I'm
news
a
to me.
very
I didn't
sensitive person,
realize.
I'll tell you, but I do want to say, first of all, congratulations. You played a hell of a game. I still question why you didn't accept this lovely second place medal that I offer you. We definitely could have done
No, because we're not going to be able to decide on how many points to bet.
but
And the match will never end.
But I did want to come in and mention something about that #1 contender, the chartmaster Hannah Kiefer, who I've beaten twice, by the way.
Oh, so that's the one.
There's a
Yeah, okay.
contract that I wrote up and sent to Clay that he signed off on recently. And there's some conditions regarding champions and what they're entitled to after a certain number of defenses. So what I'd like to point out is...
So how many times has she defended?
Hold on.
Twice.
Nicki, what's
Twice.
going on? Why are you
So,
interrupting?
No,
So I guess in this,
won the championship and then defended. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yes, and she very deservedly
She's won twice, I
so.
think, not defended
But
twice.
there was
I'm not sure.
alleged- There was a factual error that was brought
on defense and an automatic title shot. Oh my God, that would never
But
fly.
she's been dominating a lot of the competition all the way through,
Okay.
so I get it.
Yeah,
She's
I'm also
great.
comparing 2 different
She's
leagues.
good at this title match, but there's something
Multiplexes,
written in that
very
contract that I need to clarify. So let me read it verbatim. I have it digitally on my phone to save paper, of course.
But I think if you've gone 5-0, like you should still be in that contender round. Like you're still doing really good.
Honestly, I thought that she was just going to get a #1 contenders
The
match.
title match
at the very
requirements,
least.
which are
But I mean,
subject to
title shot
change,
makes
are
sense.
as follows. If you have a title win, you will eventually get a
You know,
#1 contender match.
I'm gonna go out
If
on
you
a
have
limb and
one
say that
defense,
they had
you get
planned
an
this in
automatic
case
#1
Nicki had
contender
lost.
match. If you have 2 defenses, such as
It's just a
myself.
hunch.
Do you
get
know
a
what? So if you had
triple
lost, would you have just gone
threat
into a contender
rematch,
match?
which
I assume
sounds
that's probably
pretty
what
dope
they
to
told
me.
you. That, or...
And then if you happen to have 3 defenses,
I
you
think
just
we're
put on
keen
that
to get this
defense.
match going no matter what. I think this was going to be the
understand
outcome.
terms
for
that you
anyone.
signed off on in the contract. So I
Wait, they all assumed that you were going to win?
No.
No.
So like, I think either way, whoever lost this match was going to happen. This was going to be the next match. I think. I don't want to speak. I don't know, and I don't know what information is being like
if
released
you
or
had
whatever.
lost
this
title match, you would have
Yeah.
gotten another title rematch.
I think
Or would you have...
we're doing this triple threat match.
That's what the black and white.
So it didn't matter who lost because no matter what, we're going to do this triple threat match.
Oh, okay. So the next title match is a triple threat match.
Yes.
I need
With
a
the
revenge
whoever the other person
on a
is, and
phenomenal showing,
you two.
but I'm not
Okay.
gonna let Sleeping Dogs lie.
I'm not. Don't want to speak on it. I don't have any organization, but it could be, or it could have just been them. I'm not sure.
Are you okay with a triple threat match in your
For a
first
triple
defense?
threat? It's a big ask, but I think it'd be more impressive if I can pull it off. So let's do it.
It's true.
That's what a champion says.
So
I am not great with the confidence, so I am learning.
with Chartmaster Hannah Kiefer and the former Movie Battles champion herself, Nicki the Nova Baldwin. I mean, I couldn't have a better championship match if I'd written it myself. That's
So what had... So why is Hannah in that match?
She has gone for the belt twice. She did really well in the tournament, and then at this, so this is the final match of the event blowout, and she had played a number 1 contender shot in a triple threat and double TKO'd the 2 other contenders.
Yeah, okay.
So
that's right. I forgot this was like an event. Yeah.
All right, and Amber Vernon had to drop out, so you're gonna wait a second, Nicki, what are you still doing? Do you have something else?
Yeah, actually, I did. Like getting back to that contract that you signed recently. There was another tournament that was in there.
I think it's a good introduction for more storyline and things like that. So I think,
creative consultant.
Yeah, and a bit more character work and whatnot.
Your rematch signed up.
That's not my strength. Absolutely. No, we're never having this conversation again. Until the next championship match when I bet 1 point. We have it.
As it says right here, says that I actually get to choose them. The decision's mine. You don't get to decide who they are. I get to.
Very curious.
Consider it less consulting and more taking over, as you might want to say.
Whoa. What do you mean taking over? I mean, this isn't even a legal thing. This is just something I do for fun. How can you?
Is this like a
becoming a manager
storyline?
Yeah.
Who did you get?
Wait.
What's up, losers?
What's going on? Who are you?
Who am I, Nicki?
Oh, it's the same guy.
Yeah.
So
that's what I mean. It's more
I
introduction,
did,
character-based, things like that.
I was a bit confused there for a second, though, but it actually clicked. Yeah.
That's right. And don't forget,
just because I've never seen this
former movie
hammer thing before, so
I want this question answered for Michael's sake right now.
No, even if a category I put on the wheel, I still was going to bet 1 point. This is my first championship. That is me.
I mean, first of all, he has experience with
this is
winning.
pain
And
right now.
that's something that I have a lot of experience with, and I continue disregarding tonight. I tend to have that trajectory all over again. So he seemed the most appropriate to bring in to do this.
I mean, she got a bit of an interview, but I feel like it.
He has sunglasses.
I think this is the last match of the year, so we're setting up for next year's storylines and things like that. So I can understand.
Here's the thing. Myself and Nicki didn't necessarily start off on the best foot, but the more she won, the more she impressed me. And here's the thing.
So where do you keep the belt?
It is in my bookshelf, so
please don't grab it.
You don't have to if you don't want to know. Just more curious, because
it's not like it's just the fact that you did it, and then you're like, yeah, I went and got it like photocopied. It kills me every time. But it's like a piece
Well,
of paper.
I would totally have done that.
It is.
I just
It is
can't help
laminated
myself.
piece of paper.
That's what I mean. I just cannot help myself. It just kills me every fucking time.
You see,
Well,
here's the thing.
you guys know,
If-
like
if you
competing
get, like,
internationally.
The real belt, like that's fine, but it just kills me that it's a laminated belt. That's all I'm saying. It just it's funny to me. It's funny to me.
It is enough for
I
me
don't mean
because
to diss it, but
no, it's enough for me because I don't know about you guys, but being Australian and competing internationally, you don't expect to get anything. You don't expect to get anything shipped out. You don't expect to actually hold the real thing. It's more just like having the title is enough. Do you guys feel the same?
we
I
get rid of our
100%
fucking
feel
belt.
that,
Jeez. Bullshit.
But like, if multiplex, that's the thing is that this multiplex didn't do like belts or anything like that. It's
No.
more just like a title.
Yeah.
If they'd sent like like even just through messenger or email, here's this PDF file.
And
You
by
can print it out, do whatever you want.
I mean, I
with it.
definitely would have printed it out and laminated it as well,
Like
just
that.
for
I
hilarity's
absolutely-
sake. Because it's just
It's
like amazing that it
I was
exists.
gonna
It's
say,
like
there's
just funny.
not
Yeah.
Well,
I'm happy it exists.
Clay and Nicki tried their absolute hardest. I'm very, very grateful and appreciative to ship it to
Speaking
me.
the language.
But with everything going on in the world at the
I'm
moment,
so confused.
it's not happening.
I guess
And that's
we don't
fine. So I said,
really-
just send me a nice photo. I'll print it out. I'll laminate it, and then that's good
I
enough.
mean,
Just
so
for
I guess we'll see
posterity.
what happens next season.
Fair enough.
with you
I
guys.
just
Wow.
So that's
will
all
never-
on me.
it just
It's
will
my
never not
choice.
kill me.
I do
It just
it.
will never
That's
not
fine.
kill me.
And Nicki is going to get a fair shake when it is time for her rematch.
Well, okay. I mean,
I gotta say.
no further
So wait,
questions from the gold.
the
standard.
Hammer
Back to the deck.
is now gonna manage
Hi.
Nicki in the title match. What are they saying?
Oh, am I back? Am I back?
Yeah. Are you? Is everything okay?
I'm still interested to see how this is all going to play out. So I can't say.
Ah!
It's going to
I
be
wanted
fun.
to
I
scoop.
mean, moves and
Admit
not
that.
whatever characters you are into. Move. No, not even
So-
that. As Amber very eloquently
Yeah,
put,
that's a hard
we're
question.
making moves.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, that's your problem though.
Oh, this is still going.
What
This is
what
like
happened?
pretty long.
What-
Not that I'm
I
complaining.
don't
it's
even
just
know.
like-
Suddenly you were gone, and some other person came up, and it was like some Arclave J
Oh,
person.
no.
Ah,
Nicki knows him. Why would? Oh.
Apparently they were fighting, but now they're not. I don't know what's going
So
on.
who's hosting
I-
Well,
the triple threat
mean-
match?
I mean, look,
I'm not sure yet.
Something I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm gonna.
How long is it till the match? Is it what, a week or so? A couple
Lauren
weeks?
wasn't able to help me with the contract, but he gave me the.
It's still a little like I don't know what I can say and whatnot and release and stuff. Like I don't want to speak on it.
That's all good.
But even so, we had a.
Trying to be very diplomatic here.
That's just fair, yeah.
It was a lot of fun. We have a new #1 contender. We have a new champion. We have all of this stuff going on next season. Well, it's going to be interesting. But
I would say that, yeah.
thanks to everyone for watching this season. Thanks for watching Blowout. And in order to see what's
There
coming
should
next,
be more
you gotta stay
true
here.
events
You
named
gotta
after
stay
Brian De
watching
Palma
and
movies. Am I
don't
right, Jake?
forget-
Absolutely. I'm waiting for Dress to Kill.
Dress to Kill. Yeah.
Jurassic Park, Dress to Kill trivia, you know? That's what I'm waiting for. I'll even have credits.
All right.
But there we go, yeah. That is triumphing moment
The match.
for
Aw.
Kelly here.
Thank you so much for having me on, guys. I've really enjoyed last year playing in this league and this tournament. So getting a chance to chat about it's lovely. Definitely go check it out. Lots of people in the community play over there as well. So it's a fun time.
Check it
I think
out.
we've learned like two things today. One,
Oh,
if you're in a specialty division and you pride yourself on being great, bet 3 points in the category. Just bet 3 points. Two, can we please get some multiplex belts? Because I want mine from when V1. I would like
You are
to
champions
reprint
teams.
them
I
out.
want it.
and
I also want my singles belt. Just give it to me. I had it for a bit. Can I have that?
and just
one as
print
well? And even the
JK
face-off
300
one.
belts on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Give me my face-off one as well.
Your face-off one as well. Yeah, because we both got the face-off belts, and then also.
Oh, we'll be doing that match soon. Don't you worry. Where
We will probably do
there
that,
was
don't we?
there was a betting round where it was the category was drama. No, it was Tom Cruise, and I bet
It was-
2 points. So that should tell you that you should have bet 3 in fucking directors for Disney movies. That's just
I'll learn from your mistakes, love.
no, it wasn't a mistake. It was the question. I should have bet 3 because I got it fucking right. But I was concerned that there could have been a plot question, and it was a plot question, so I was right.
A plot
as
question that we both
opposed
knew.
To it being like directors or something, in which case I would have bet 3. I just-
was just
Anyway, check out my podcast doing Disney as well.
I was going to say,
Get my
so,
plug
yeah,
in.
you want to plug? Yes.
I
What's
have
it
shit to
called
plug
again,
now. It's weird. The name is Doing Disney. You can find it on Spotify, iTunes, things like that. You can also search my name. That comes up easier as well. It's got little blue art. Michael's in the first episode to talk about Hercules. Jake will be in an upcoming episode one day once we have a chat. Yes.
Or Atlantis or something.
Beautiful. We'll set that up.
That definitely
I'm-
wasn't working, Jack. By the way,
Was it too clear? Was it
it
not
make no difference at all.
okay. Damn.
But I like the
I was going to
episode.
say,
I like
I
it.
got Adelaide messaged me and they wanted me to say something. There's a very somewhat high chance that an Untitled match will be happening in May. Kelly, you could be playing me.
Get out.
Yeah, that's what Adelaide said. For everyone, that's a match that's possibly happening.
As in, like you have
in
to
Untitled.
like beat someone to play Kelly. Or...
I think what Adelaide is saying is that is a match that could be happening. I think I should win another match.
If it's just you guys playing, then no, Jake is not deserved to play Kelly right now. Fuck that shit.
I hope Adelaide's still watching because
Jake got out like the second round of the fucking tournament. So
and Kelly did beat the person who beat me, Payson. So
That's right.
That makes sense. Yeah. Well,
but if it's
send your
like
angry
if it's
messages
the
to
former,
Adelaide.
then that's fine.
Yeah, sure.
That'll be fine.
This is just what Adelaide had told me. So yeah, everyone knows. But
Also, see
that's
Karen's
still-
comment, Jake.
still, man.
It's
Oh,
triggering.
yeah?
It's very triggering. Yeah.
It is actually like that is funny, but it's
We did
so
end on it.
bad.
We ended on a good
We
note, I
actually
will
did
say.
get the last one
We-
right.
we
Yeah, it
ended
is.
on a
I
good
mean,
note.
I know we're like on an offhand tangent now about something else. That's not Kelly, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
No, it is very relevant. I want to know where you guys fucked up so I can make fun of you now.
Well, we
we
didn't bet
missed
3
it.
points on this question.
Yeah,
this
we
isn't-
did that.
this
We
isn't
missed
the
the
final
Bogdanovich.
round.
We missed rest in peace Peter Bogdanovich's against Stallions the second time when we lost the belts. Clash at Demon Head the second time. What was that one? Was that
Arthur
Fuck,
Miller. I think.
Arthur
Arthur
Miller?
Hiller. Arthur Hiller.
Arthur Hiller? I was gonna say Miller,
Yeah.
but that's not right. Arthur Hiller, and then
Yeah.
what was? Oh, yeah, the Mel Street, but that was not an Oscar. That was an Oscars.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we missed directors. Stallone. That fucking question that I hate.
Oh, yeah.
so
I guess that
much.
was directors too. Yeah. Actually, yeah.
This is a tangent now. We're talking about missing director 3-point questions in team matches. That sucks. But that's about it. That's about it. We ended it strong, and Kelly in the next title match is going to bet 3 points when she lands on directors, right?
That's right.
That's it. I'm changing
Especially-
sides. I'm now with
Especially
my
when she
brothers.
has spinner's choice. At least bet 2. I just do not. If you bet 1, I'm gonna be mad. But like actually though, because
Get ready to be mad. Get ready. To be
I'm
because
so
like
scared now because
first
like
of all,
if Kelly,
you're the
if you
current
listen to
champion.
Michael and then you miss the question, I'm gonna feel so bad that I let Michael manipulate you. I'm actually
you
like
should feel
really
bad because of the right. Who cares about what the question is? You're the champion. You know how much you know. Bet 1 fucking. Do not bet 1 point. I'm just asking you. You can bet 2 or 3. That's fine. Do not bet 1 point. That is just no. Otherwise, I will start a campaign to like strip you of the belt.
Are you gonna cancel her? Is that what you're gonna
Like-
do?
Yes.
You brought me into this. You can take me out of it. Very bad.
All All right, we should probably end this before this turns into some crazy tirade. I
Oh,
want
like
to
it
say
has it
thank
already. Like,
as it has it already. Yeah. Kelli, thank you so much for coming
Thanks,
on.
guys.
I will
well, I'm
happily
glad we
have you
did
on
this.
next time.
Yeah.
Thank you. Something where there's
And
not
now
a
my
betting round would
friendship
be
with
great.
Kelli is
No
building
better.
because
So
she got
we-
one
that
fucking
means we're
point.
Welcome to
guaranteed to
Fandom,
do an
bitch.
on-tour.
Done. Yes, we're doing on tour where there's less stakes.
Less betting.
I bet the maximum points in that. God.
But yes, thank you so much. We'll happily have you on and talk about another match that's
Yeah.
not betting. I will say, I think, can we confirm the next episode, Michael? Who was it?
I asked Redshaw. Redshaw said he'd be down to do it. Yeah, I
Sweet.
actually.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Then let's just make that one the next. Yeah, let's.
Sure.
Fuck it. Done. Redshaw. Cameron Redshaw.
Yeah.
He's coming back. He's
Cool.
not coming back because he's never been on.
Yeah.
He's not. Whatever. He's coming on next week. We're going to talk about a very, very important match. A very crazy match from last year. I assume everyone knows what the fuck we're talking
I voted
about.
it for my match.
I
of the
would
year.
have.
What was I?
I think I would have, honestly. But yes, Retro's next week. I think
Well, I
I
don't know if
haven't-
it's next week. I just said next couple of weeks, so I don't know.
Oh, we could probably have. Okay, but that's
But it
scheduled.
probably will be.
Then I think Payson and David will talk to them because I want to have them on. I think we talked to you for a match. Paul,
Okay.
we're gonna have Paul on finally. We're gonna have him on. And I
Cameron?
think we gotta get. I think Caleb Boatman. We gotta have him on because we can do an onto match there. This is what I love about the end of the show where we just talk about the schedule because this is when we clearly talk about it and not.
Well, it's less stressful than why you should bet your Disney champion, and you should bet one more.
We're gonna put all the blame on betting, and I'm gonna finally say this because I'm scared to put this out everywhere. Cameron Holtzman, we want you on. More importantly, I want you on for one match. I think we finally got to do it. I've made my peace with Ethan Bella with that match. I got to do the same with you, Holtzman. So I'm putting that out
Holtzman
there.
versus Matt Quayler. Let's do it, Cameron. No, I'm kidding. It's
We'll do both matches back to back. Yeah.
the highs and lows of truth.
The highs and lows. But that is it for this episode. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Either be on Twitch or on YouTube the following day. This has been great, and I don't know how really to end these things.